Hello and welcome to Continual Drop, and on this episode I'm going to be talking about Shouwa Genroku Rakugo Shinjuu. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, boy that took a lot of practice. I just got done with my video on Erase, which is building up to be the best anime of this season, but I recently got a comment from one of my subscribers who said that this show was his pick for the best anime that's currently airing. It was already on my anime to watch list, so this comment made me even more interested. Yotaro is a young man who has just been released from prison. He has decided to become the apprentice of Yakumo, who is a master of Rakugo. Yakumo has never had an apprentice before, but he accepts Yotaro rather easily. Yotaro is now determined to perform Rakugo to the best of his abilities. Now, before I move on, I think I should explain what Rakugo is for those who don't know. It's a form of entertainment that involves a lone actor telling a story to the audience. It's basically the Japanese equivalent of a one-man show. I've never really been a big fan of theatre, so I thought I would find this a bit boring, especially considering it's focusing on a niche type of theatre. But then, Yotaro started giving a performance, so I was quickly drawn in. And this wasn't some short 2-minute scene, this went on for 10 minutes, and was entertaining the entire time. I always enjoy watching anime that teaches me something new, especially when it covers something that I never even knew existed. I loved how Chihaya Furu taught me about karate, so I also love learning about Rakugo and how it brings joy to so many people. Now, after all that positivity, I will admit that this isn't for everybody. I was captivated by Rakugo, but I could see many people finding it uninteresting. So, what I would suggest is watching until Yotaro's first performance. It happens about 20 minutes in episode 1. That should give you a good idea of whether or not you'll find this entertaining. This show is definitely unusual, but that's what makes it so interesting. You will be hard pressed to find an anime this season that is this unique. One of the things that stood out to me when I started watching was the lead Yotaro. He was immediately likeable. He has this unbridled optimism and lively demeanour that kept making me laugh. I also really liked his character design and how it would change to fit the mood of the scene. He's often seen with these massive wide eyes and a large smile. This complements his energetic personality and adds to the humour. But when the atmosphere gets serious, his features are toned down significantly. This was great because it would be weird if he was all bugged out during the emotional moments. With Yotaro being incredibly goofy first up, I thought this would turn out to be a comedy, but no, it's actually a great drama. All of the characters have some kind of deep-seated pain that they're trying to deal with. One of these characters is Kanatsu, whose father was also a Rakugo master. She really wants to carry on her father's legacy, but unfortunately, women aren't allowed to do Rakugo. I'm pretty easily triggered by any form of discrimination, whether it be racism, sexism, what have you. So Kanatsu's situation really hit me. Then there's Yakumo, who comes off as a bit of a dick, but when I started learning about his backstory, I was saying, you know, I would also be bitter as hell if this happened to me. When it comes to the soundtrack, there's actually a fairly large variety of genres here. It's mostly traditional Japanese music, which fits well with the premise, but there's a few classical songs and I even heard a bit of jazz in there. The anime is set in the 1970s and this music makes it feel like you've been transported back to that time period. Another thing that helps make the show feel like the 70s is the art style. The colours in the background are slightly granulated, giving them the look of a watercolour painting. It looks beautiful and surprisingly, it doesn't clash at all with the characters in the foreground. Everything just melts together so well. Overall, this is definitely going to be a continue for me. I enjoyed it immensely. I think I might have even enjoyed it more than Iron-Blooded Orphans, which was my favourite show of last season. Man, if the winter season keeps going at this level, it's going to be amazing. So anyway, thank you very much to everybody who watched this video. If you have any feedback, feel free to leave a comment. If you like this video and want to see more, feel free to subscribe as well. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.